Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if this is your first time here, welcome in. My name is Giovanna. You can call me Gio for short. For today's video, we're going to be doing a collective reading. I've been doing that in my past videos. Something that I've been feeling comfortable with as of right now as I start this new journey. I will sooner or later be doing pick-a-cards. It's just something that I'm trying to be flexible with because I really want to do creative topics on it. So as you can see here for the video for today's collective reading, I already have some oracle cards and the astral dice laid out. I've already shuffled, I've already rolled. I was having some technical issues with my phone earlier, right on time for Mercury retrograde, am I right? And there was like storage issues, and then I had to restart my phone, and it just kept pausing the videos. And so I was just like, you know what, let me take a breather, let me take a break, let me do this later, and try to figure out my phone situation. So hopefully nothing happens or gets in between that. There is a little fly around here, so if you see that, like a little, if you hear like a little buzzy sound or you see something like flying around, just let's be friends with it, right? So let's start with the astral dice. So we have Neptune here. Okay, we have the 7th house, the number 7, and we have Pisces. So we're talking about Neptune in Pisces in the 7th house. Okay, so Neptune rules Pisces, and this is pretty much the energy of the unseen. Okay, like shadow realm, the dream realm. We're talking about psychic abilities. We're talking excuse me, we're talking about subconscious work here. All right, and we're doing that in the 7th house here. So the 7th house talks about, since it's represented and ruled by Venus and Libra, it talks about partnerships, relationships, the social justice. I'm sorry, I don't know why I've been having trouble saying justice all day. I have no idea why. The justice system, diplomacy, and balance. Okay, so when I do think of the justice card in tarot, I do also think of a decision that needs to be made, sort of like something where a verdict is needed, right? Which means that we are letting go of things, and we're also claiming some things, right? So being that it's here with Pisces and Neptune, we're talking about letting go of things that we've been attached to when it comes to our subconscious mind, when it comes to our shadow self. And we are learning what this looks like in our relationships. We're learning how it looks like when reality mirrors it back to us in the things that we care about the most when it comes to the 7th house, which is those relationships and partnerships, right? I'm also getting here that we are learning to connect with people, and in a way where we are tapping more into our intuition and our psychic abilities. So you could be in a period where you are relying more on your intuition and your psychic abilities when it comes to specific negotiations or specific partnerships. You know, maybe you're getting to know somebody for the first time and you're still feeling out, you know, you have your feelers out, and you know, maybe you have a bit of skepticism, right? So yeah, that's kind of like the energy here for the dice. All right, you could be having a lot of dreams lately. Maybe your dreams have a lot of messages when it comes to those said partnerships, the social justice system, sorry. Or, you know, things that need to be brought restored balance to, right? So we're gonna move on to the oracle cards. For the first one, we have skepticism. Okay, so skepticism involves questioning and critically examining everything, urging you to see things clearly, not just accept them blindly. Skepticism drives you to think deeply, helping you make wiser decisions. Again, the word decision is coming up. So I was saying this in one of my last videos that we are making a lot of decisions right now, and it's still coming through. Like I mean, I can't help it if I'm repeating myself at some extent, you know. In the next oracle card, we have the turning wheel. Okay, so on a specific decision here, being that we're talking about that, um the answer, if you have like a question, right, on something that you've been wondering a lot about, or being skeptic about, the answer is maybe. Fate is in motion, the direction is undecided. Now, I do want to bring up that the reason why things probably feel so like convoluted or so muddy is because we are going into Mercury retrograde, and the full moon is going to be in Capricorn. So again, we are going to be reflecting and introspecting and looking back on past decisions, partnerships. We're going to look on feelings that we are holding on to in the past. There are definitely going to be like habits and people, places that are going to be spinning the block. All right. And now is the time to say yes or no, like, to these things. Now, the only thing that you want to avoid making big decisions on is like, buying a house, getting a car, doing like anything life altering. Those type of decisions you want to wait on, which is why I feel like this came out. The turning wheel, fate is in motion, the direction is undecided, because it's literally telling you just wait, like hold on, just wait, maybe, just let this, just ride this wave for a second here. Okay, with that full moon in Capricorn, I'm definitely getting like we are doing deep shadow work, and we are connecting with the messages in our dreams. Okay, we're connecting to our intuitive abilities because we are reflecting on long-term stability. Okay, long-term success, long-term career. All right, we're thinking a lot about what we pour our energy, time, and attention to. Okay, is it balanced? Especially in regards to time. All right, time is very important here because of the full moon in Capricorn. So is discipline. Okay, what are we being disciplined about? What do we have to be disciplined about? What have I not been disciplined about in the past, and that now I feel like I truly do need to be disciplined about? And this has to do, again, in this particular reading, I'm getting this energy of people where we're talking about discipline and time in regards to their intuitive abilities, their psychic abilities, and their partnerships. So all of this is connected in that way where we're now thinking long term. You're here long term. If this place, thing, or person is not here long term, then they gotta go. Because now we're thinking about the future. We're thinking about establishing a foundation that's going to last a while for us. Okay, which is why we're being pushed with this Mercury retrograde to reflect on things from the past, right? So, enough yapping. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the reading. I hope that's resonating so far with some people. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards here. I am using new decks for this reading. I'm so excited because all three of these decks are new. So let's see what the tarot has to say here. La 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 la. La 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 la. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. I'm recording this on a Saturday night, okay? As you can tell, I don't really go out. But I had fun today with my family. So, alright. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, thank you so much for allowing us to connect with you today. We are grateful and blessed to be able to receive these messages from you in a clear, concise, and accurate manner. We wish to bring these messages in so that we are moving forward with insight, guidance, and intuition. So, Tarot, tell me what you gotta say to this collective, to the people that see this message. Alright. Oh, okay, I was not expecting 4, but I guess we're gonna do 4. Oh, this one didn't turn over. Okay. So we have the King of Wands, we have the World, and we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Okay. So immediately what I'm getting here is, yes, we are moving forward because we are closing a chapter. We are taking action on the things that fulfill us. We are taking action on the things that fuel us, that fire us, that initiate that spark between us, that makes us feel healthier, happier, and energetic. Okay, and we are expanding our consciousness, we are expanding our horizons, we're expanding what we see on a day-to-day basis, what we do on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and through that we are actually closing an entire book, because with this particular reading being with like the Mercury retrograde and the full moon in Capricorn, I'm getting that a lot of people here are actually stepping into a completely new version of themselves, or at least that's what they have in mind. Okay, this is a goal that you've set for yourself. All right. And so I see a lot of people standing in their power, recognizing their worth, their value, you know, acknowledging and seeing that they are in fact desirable, and that they deserve a lot. That they deserve whatever they put their mind to, all the good, sweet things in life. Okay, and this is because you're letting so many things go and you're leaving it in the past. Okay, and that although expansion can be scary, you still have that confidence, you still have that attraction. You might feel very magnetic at this time, or you're going to feel very magnetic, especially when it comes to your partnerships and relationships. Okay, because you're tapping more into your innate power, you're tapping more into your intuitive abilities, and that's automatically going to attract more people to your light, is what I'm getting here. This is a lot of fire energy that is like moving you, propelling you forward. Okay, aside from Pisces being water, there's a little bit of air energy here, you know. We got, obviously, I feel like in readings, like every element is in that bitch, you know what I mean? So but here in particular with the King of Wands, the Three of Wands, the World, and the Queen of Wands, we're getting a lot of fire here. Okay, completion. Like it's almost as if like, okay, like you're ready to keep taking action for some of you guys, or some of you guys have already done the work. Yes. A lot of you guys have already done the work. Now it's time to really receive. Yup. That's exactly what it is. A lot of you guys have done the work and you guys are ready to receive. Now tell yourself, I am open to receive. I learned that too just a couple weeks ago through my teacher in meditation, that I hadn't really been telling myself like I'm open to receive. Isn't that crazy? And like all the work that I've been putting in, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, like I'm putting in work, it's gonna come eventually, you know, like I'm gonna get it eventually. And then he's like, bro, like, are you even open to receive? Because you give, but you know, you have one hand open, one hand closed. And I was like, oh my gosh, read me to a filth, what the hell? But all right, let's move on. So we have the Empress, of course, because we were just talking about magnetism, attraction. There's a bit of like innocence here, childlike wonder here. There's a lot of femininity here, okay? A lot of femininity. We're connecting to the ability to plant seeds and let them grow without questioning it so much, because we understand that it's going to happen no matter what. This is someone like very much in their power. We got Page of Swords, okay? A little bit of investigating, a little bit of inquisition, right? Inquisition. Studying. Whenever I see the Page of Swords, I see someone who is going to get to the bottom of things no matter what. This is like my detective card. Like they are searching for information, studying, researching. So we have an Empress here that's doing that exactly. Two of Pentacles, again, decision making coming up. So this is probably exactly where this skepticism energy is coming through, okay? Because the Page of Swords, I could definitely see someone being skeptic. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to let my dogs back in. So as I don't know where I left off, but we have the Empress, the Page of Swords, and Two of Pentacles. With the Two of Pentacles, I'm definitely getting like a balancing act here, kind of like weighing out your options, not really making a decision yet, taking your time making a decision, which is exactly what we want to do, okay, is not make any big decisions yet, because there is skepticism involved, which explains why this Page of Swords is here too, because there is someone that is trying to get all the knowledge, all the info on something first. Involves questioning and critically examining everything, okay? If that's not Page of Swords, then I don't know what is, you feel me? So definitely I feel like this is all connecting here. And there is someone here that is in their Empress power, or they are tapping into this Empress power, this energy here. They're going to be, they're there, they're right there. It's like they go from the Queen of Wands to the Empress because they let this chapter close, right? This book close. It's a book because I'm getting like a whole new life here. So anyway, so we're moving on. Let's see what the fourth card is here. All right, let's see what we have. We have Five of Pentacles. Okay, perfect. So a lot of you guys, of course, are like, we are being influenced by this full moon in Capricorn, okay? So the Five of Pentacles definitely is a card where we're talking about a very like a financial hardship, okay? Feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you're not making ends meet, right? Feeling like, you know, there's a little bit of like a lack of faith in the process. You're kind of just wondering and questioning why things are happening and being very skeptic. And so there might have been an opportunity that presented itself to you, or maybe there is like you're at a crossroads and you don't really know which path to go down, because there might be a little bit of a fear of risk here, right? A feeling like you might not be taken care of. So the skepticism, I'm getting that, you know, we're still trying to tap into that energy of abundance, right? There's something that might not be clicking for us. There's something that might be having us just like putting it on the back burner and not making that decision yet, because there is a little bit, again with the Pisces and Neptune here, something still hidden underneath, something that needs to be brought up to the light so that you can heal it or process it or work, just something that's, there's just something missing here is what I'm getting. And so there's definitely, it's not that this is a lesson that needs to be learned. I'm not really getting lesson. I'm more so getting like just like a realization, okay? It doesn't have to necessarily be a a lesson, more like a realization. And so yes, earlier I did say that you've done work, you've done a lot of work, but for some reason it feels, okay, emphasis on it, feels like something's missing. But in reality, is something missing, or is it really just like what we believe about the situation, right? Is it really just a skepticism holding us back? Is it the fact that we always need to find out the nitty-gritty detail? And so again, we're being called to stay in balance here, so that we're not teeter-tottering and trying to figure out the logical explanation to things all the time, and kind of just having faith in the process and letting things be and letting things happen the way that they're supposed to, okay? Especially if you're going through some hardship right now when it comes to career and finance. I know we're thinking about long-term stability, career, and success. Just stay there, stay in that vibration, and really ask yourself like what it is that you want, you know, like stay there for a little bit, sit with that feeling, sit there and ask yourself the questions that you need to ask. So we have the Five of Swords, okay, and then we have the Chariots, okay, and then we have the Moon. So again, Pisces energy coming out with the Moon. We're talking secrets, or not secrets, sorry, but like illusion, the dream world, sleep. Oof. Okay, so two flew out here. What's this one? So we have the Lovers, and we have the Tower. Okay. For some of you, this is not just about finance. For some of you, this really is still about partnerships and relationships here. Could be friendships as well. Not that I meant to neglect that, being that the seventh house is still here, but still there is an emphasis on that as well. So the reason why I say that is that you could have felt like somebody took advantage of you, which actually makes a lot of sense as to why there needs to be like some sort of restoration to balance here with the Two of Pentacles and the seventh house, being that it's the Justice house. And so again, there is this opportunity coming in, some sort of yeah, it's an opportunity coming in for you to look at the truth, for you to process these emotions from a partnership. Could have been from your past, but a partnership that had fallen apart. Okay, a partnership that, you know, probably fell apart and needed to be rebuilt again. Or maybe you're experiencing this the ending of something that you really loved, that you had to make a decision on, or you know that you need to make a decision on because it crumbled to the ground, right? And now you're trying to figure out like, ooh, do I continue it, or do I keep moving forward to allow new things to come in? And there's nothing wrong with continuing something. If you want to continue doing something, it's probably for a reason, right? Maybe you still have unfinished I don't want to say karma, but just unfinished business, right? And so again, just a little bit of hurt here, a little bit of disappointment with some sort of like someone or something, maybe a job taking advantage of you. But then there's an opportunity to process those emotions. That's what this Mercury retrograde is helping as well, is to process these emotions, helping them come out from the moon and come to light here. Especially that the sun is here in the Lovers. So you're connecting more to yourself. The more you connect to yourself, the more that you connect to the people around you, right? At least the people that are willing to meet you at that vibration or that frequency. And it really is about like letting something crumble, or something, or processing to something that had to crumble, something that meant a lot to you. And I'm sorry, I know things can hurt a lot. But I don't get that you're suffering here. I feel like it stings, but you're okay, you know, like you're doing fine. It's all good in the hood, you know? So yeah, I mean, you know your worth, you value yourself, like you understand what you deserve. So it's all good. It's all good. So we have the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely something from the past, for sure. Could have been for most of you guys with the Six of Cups. This is giving childhood, like some sort of, maybe you decided to give someone a chance again and it just didn't really go the way you thought it was gonna go. Definitely something about or the past, like maybe emotions from the past are resurfacing here, especially with the moon. Maybe it was some sort of repressed emotions here that are coming back up because things there is it's like when you step into a newer version of yourself, your reality literally tears apart so that you see reality with a new, different type of lens, right? And so that's what's happening here. It's like this reality was crumbling, this relationship, this partnership, this job crumbled to the ground, so you can process any repressed emotions from the past. That's what's coming in. It's like that's why that happened, to bring in this opportunity. Five of Cups, disappointment again, that's popping in. And this is again about letting go of the past. This is something that happened already. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like okay, yes, I'm disappointed, my heart hurts, it was painful, possibly even agonizing here. I cried, I overthought it, you know. But now it's time to move forward with the Knight of Pentacles. It's time to, you know, set those dreams, those goals, and achieve them and go after them no matter what, and not letting anything stop you, because you are that stable and that hardworking. Okay, so then we have the Star, which is beautiful, of course, because this is coming in just to confirm that we are protected, that we are guided, that we are listening to our intuition, that we are letting ourselves be guided by the divine, you know, by your ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. This brings, like, you are in the process of healing, you are in the process of nurturing, and you're at the very, very, very end of this cycle. Thank God. Thank the universe. Thank you, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. We are at the end of that book, okay? So balance is being restored here is exactly what I'm getting. Balance is being restored. It's like we're pushing through this last bit with this Mercury retrograde. What am I saying? What am I saying? I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening, because the Fool is literally the beginning of a new journey, of a new book. Okay, this is someone who is literally stepping forward into a portal right here. It's like a completely different world. I'm telling you, a new version of yourself, a new life. That is definitely what I'm getting here. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, so there comes out that crossroads again. This is what I was getting earlier. Someone is choosing here what path to take exactly. They're planning a lot. I'm thinking like I'm getting like mood boards and vision boards and writing and journaling and a lots of contemplation here. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, so I'm getting that there could be someone else involved in the picture. There could be maybe like a boss, a manager, a family member, you know, this could be literally anything or anyone, all right? But there needs to be some sort of communication established between the two, because I'm getting two people like wondering the same thing about the other person. Like, for example, you could be wondering like, am I making the right decision? I don't want to make a decision yet, so I'm gonna wait on it until it feels right. All right, that's where that skepticism is coming in, and this maybe here. So it's like you're like kind of trying to move towards calmer waters. I'm getting like Six of Swords in my mind, moving towards calmer waters, kind of just letting things be, right? You're not taking, you know, you're not taking any action right now, which is what that Queen of Wands was showing, right? Like you had already done all the action, you already did all the work, you're closing that book now, and now you're attracting and you're magnetizing. So again, that's the sort of energy that I'm getting for you guys. Whereas the person on the other end, they are also thinking about this decision. They are thinking about what decision you're going to make. They don't see what decision you're going to make. They don't know what you're going to do. It's like, you know that saying, like, never let them know your next move? Yeah, it's like that. It's like they don't know what your next move is going to be. And so there is going to be some form of communication between you guys, and it may be a little intense, it may be a little fast, but I'm getting good vibes overall from this conversation here. It's like taking a risk with this conversation. There's definitely a big risk with this conversation that we're having here, but it does involve a decision. It does involve a decision. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, it's just the way everything came out. It's the way that I'm processing it. Ten of Pentacles. Let's freaking go. So it's like there is that long-term success. Like, it came through. Thank you, full moon and Capricorn. For those of you who are tapping into this energy, that Ten of Pentacles is coming through. That long-term success, that long-term stability, the family, the generational wealth that you're building, a foundation that lasts centuries. Okay, we're talking like wish fulfillment here when it comes to family, okay, and career. Let's see, we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, stability again. Okay, being in a spot in your life where you're able to protect what's yours. You can be greedy, you can be selfish, you deserve to do that. Why not? You've already had people take advantage of you before. Did we not discuss that? So you gotta do what makes you happy is what I'm getting here. Like, just literally stick to what makes you happy and put yourself first, because you can't be a people pleaser forever. You can't be the peacemaker either. You can't be the people pleaser and the peacemaker forever. Sometimes you gotta be the troublemaker, okay? For real. And then we have the Four of Cups. And then we have the Four of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. Yeah. So what I'm getting here is that you guys are, yes, deciding to go down a path where you are going to be turning down the things that are not meant for you. because you're looking at things from a different perspective. I think like this whole time that you've been waiting to make a decision, you've been looking to see things from the right angle. So there is that pause there. So you're turning things down that are not meant for you, or you're turning things down that don't feel right for you, and you're taking a moment of pause, okay? So that you can continue to look at things from a different angle here is what I'm getting. All right? And that's going to happen. Like, that's, you're either in that process or you're looking for that to happen. So you really, like, it's almost as if like your tunnel vision is this 10 of Pentacles. Like, that's your goal, that's your vision, that's what you want long term. And so now you're deciding to be more greedy and selfish with your energy, time, and resources, because you don't want to keep pouring that into things that don't reciprocate that. You're restoring balance. Okay, we have 4 twice. Okay, we have 10 as well. So all 10, 4, and 4, you can break those down evenly, balance. So there is that restoration there. And then again, that period of like that pause where you are trying to look at things from a different perspective, you are tapping into that. So I'm going to do a little bit more, and then I'm going to end the reading. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. So yes, we have working on your craft, self-mastery there. We have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. This is someone very intuitive and psychic here. Someone very intuitive, psychic, compassionate, understanding, nurturing, but she also understands where she needs to draw the line when it comes to taking care of herself and taking care of other people emotionally, right? Being there for people. You're not nobody's therapist, you know, you're not anybody's mom to be like holding their hand through something. So it's either you pour into my cup and then I pour into yours, or nothing. So we have the Ace of Swords. There is that clear knowing, that that clarification, that realization that these are the boundaries that you're going to lay out. This, like, I have a new version of me, and my new version of me looks like this. She thinks like that, and she does things this way. So these are my boundaries, these are my standards. If you meet it, great. If you don't, then you can skip. And we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, achievement, accomplishment, success, celebration here. With that 10 of Pentacles that was coming out earlier, and the Lovers came out earlier, right? So some of you guys might actually, you know, are thinking about marriage. Some of you guys are actually thinking about marriage here. I don't know with who or what or when, why, but marriage is in the picture here, and I'm getting that you're able to achieve that. Like, it's an accomplishment. It's part of, maybe you guys struggle with the idea, right? You're skeptic of the idea of a long-term commitment, especially long-term commitment, and so, but the thing is that success and achievement is in the cards for you. Like, it's written in the stars for you. It's bound to happen, because the Lovers, the 10 of Pentacles, and now the 4 of Wands is coming out. There is a message about love here, although I don't want to make the reading about love. You know, there is a message about you finding the things that you love and they love you back as well. Okay, that it's like, it's there. All right, it's here. Just claim it, that you're you know, like, you're open to receive that love. All right, whether that be in your career, whether that be in relationship partnerships, whether that be within yourself, that you love yourself. Okay, but that achievement, that celebration is here. I know the Chariot came out earlier too. That also speaks about something coming in, like a blessing and opportunity. All right, so yeah, this was a pretty good read. I mean, you know, if you need to definitely like create like vision boards or mood boards to really kind of lay out like what your dream life looks like, or if you need to journal it, or even if you need to talk to someone about it, maybe even like someone that has that feminine energy, so that you're able to sit more in that abundant frequency and attraction, and to magnetize things towards you, go ahead and do so. But yes, I do see a lot of you guys here using a lot of your innate power. A lot of it is self-love. A lot of it is connecting to your own half, integrating your own subconscious and conscious, you know, like it's just like a level up here. And then a lot of you guys are also attracting, you know, our true partnership. And a lot of you guys are also attracting a job, like a job made in match heaven for you, right? Or some sort of career, like you finally find your passion, or something that you're able to stick to. And it was because you waited, and you waited until it felt right. And that's what's important there, because you waited until it felt right, because that's what would make you absolutely happy in the end. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, and the Page of Pentacles does talk about a student of life. In my opinion, he is my student of life, page in the tarot. And he is someone who is very open-minded. He is someone who is, you know, blueprinting. Again, this is very similar to the Two of Wands in my opinion. Someone who is blueprinting the goals and dreams and things that they want to achieve. They are kind of like laying out the map, right? Laying out the map, the patterns, when it comes to, I'm getting like roadmap. I just keep hearing roadmap. Okay, so definitely taking that step forward, like I said earlier. So we're gonna leave that there, and then I think I'm going to pull, since you guys are working with your intuition a lot here, I'm going to pull from this intuition deck. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna shuffle this. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Alright, perfect. So let's see what we get. And I'm gonna pull one only because these already have like a good amount of words to them. So yeah. I feel called to pull this one. Alright. Wow. You guys are not gonna believe what's on this. Balance, intuition, and practicality, which is funny because balance is what we've been talking about, restoring that balance for yourself with that 7th house, and practicality is actually a part of Capricorn. So this is pretty cool. Look, it's talking about partners. Intuition and practicality are partners. Your practical side as well as your past experiences deserve your attention and respect. By balancing your 6th sense guidance with practicality now, you create a ground and ideal path forward. How can your intuitive insights be implemented in practical ways? Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier as well, that a lot of you guys are applying your intuition and your psychic abilities to your relationships and your partnerships now. So yeah, I think being more practical is the perfect way to end the reading, because that's exactly the word that I might have been missing the entire time. So thank you to this deck, because they really like wrapped it all up for us. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe. My information is in the description box below if you wanted to book a one-on-one with me, or if you wanted to follow me on my social. And if it didn't resonate, that's okay. I hope maybe another video might. Aside from that, I hope you guys have a wonderful Mercury retrograde and full moon in Capricorn. You know, you want to do little rituals or whatever, you can. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.